Hey everybody, it's Everett with Ohio for Freedom. It's a little dark because the sun isn't up yet, and I want to make an announcement and talk to you about the video that I did not post. The announcement that I want to make, it's the 29th of December. I'm going to encourage you to join me live at 6 o'clock this evening. I'm going to kind of keep my powder dry on the content, but I will tell you what we'll discuss tonight will help you get a better understanding of what's been going on throughout the whole year of 2024 and really accelerated in the last month or so, and also some guardrails about what we should expect in 2025. So I hope you can join us tonight at 6 o'clock. And I want to talk just a minute about a video I didn't post. Now, I was going to post on Christmas Eve a video entitled Merry Christmas and a Concrete New Year. I even drove to a job site where a friend of mine that has a concrete company, they do driveways, patios, and whatnot, had done a project, and the audio was bad. The microphone had become unplugged, so it didn't happen. But I still want to talk about, so the Merry Christmas part, I hope you had a Merry Christmas. We certainly did, and it's been nice to have a break. The Concrete New Year, I'm just going to touch on this real quick, and the reason I had gone to that site was that site where that driveway was put in taught me some stuff about an industry that I didn't know anything about, and that is concrete. So let me just give you a quick analogy, and then I'm going to give you a scripture, and then I hope we see you tonight at 6 o'clock. But what I've learned about the concrete is that if you want to put a new driveway in, the very first thing you do is you got to break up the old driveway and get it out of there. Everybody wants to say, well, can you put a little this or a little that and make it look nice? No, once it needs to be replaced, guess what? It needs to be replaced. So the first thing they do is they break it all up and they put it on a dump truck and they haul it away and they get it out of there. Now, this particular project, the house is over 100 years old, and this sometimes happens in a project. They got that first layer of stuff up, and normally you'd be, okay, now we can lay a proper foundation and we can get rolling on this. But what they discovered, and this sometimes happens, not always happens, there was like a 1980 driveway underneath that, and it's all broken up and messed, and you can't build on a crumbly foundation. That's the point of this. You can't build something that's pleasing and something that's going to last on a crumbly old foundation. And so, like it or not, want it to be that way or not, the crew had to go in and they had to get yet another layer of old crumbly old driveway up. And then guess what? On this particular house, and the owner tells me this doesn't happen very often, there was like a 1945 or 1950 driveway. So what is it? Who cares about concrete in light of all the stuff that we've been looking at and talking about? Well, it's this. There are some things that you don't know until you get started. Nobody has the ability to look through the ground and see how much excavation has to happen. And oh, by the way, yeah, extra excavation, it's costly. It costs something. So it hurts. So everybody wants to be, oh, there's nothing bad. There's nothing that needs removed. It's all good, isn't it? It's all good, isn't it? Folks, it is what it is. And so maybe I'm all over the map, but I think you can follow me. A couple of months ago, I literally had a well-meaning guy, but he was upset with me because we're revealing some truthful stuff. Whether you like it or not, it's the truth. And he said, well, when's all this going to be over? When's it going to be over? And bless his heart, I'm like, brother, I don't have an over button that I can push. I don't have one. And the other answer is, I don't know. And so maybe you would ask the question, how far are we along in this process? The answer is two-part for me at least. Number one, I don't know. And number two, how far are we? We're right where we're supposed to be. Because whatever it takes, we're going to get down to the bottom. Okay, now in 1 Corinthians 3, Paul, I believe in the first 10th verse, or the 10th verse, he said, I, as a wise master builder, have laid a foundation. And now another builds thereon. But watch how he builds, because whether it's gold, silver, precious stones, wood, hay, stubble, the day will reveal it. And I personally believe that the day is not just talking about the day of the Lord. It's any day that the Lord wants to shine the light on and breathe the fire on and judge his church. That's the Lord's prerogative. And so my point is, just like a driveway or any other concrete project, you have to get down to the bare earth and build a proper foundation. And if you uncover crumbly, unstable stuff along the way, it's simply got to go. And however long that takes is however long it takes. But let me maybe shut up on this note. Every concrete crew, the guys that do the excavating, when they get it all out, they're excited. They are happy. They don't have any burning desire to just excavate and excavate and excavate. Nope. When they get down to the bare dirt, guess what they do? They start to build the foundation. They set the forms. And when the forms are ready, there's an outpouring of new concrete, and they do some finish work, and everybody does everything. There aren't guys that get to just sit back and say, well, when it's ready to do the finish work and the pretty work, then I'll jump out of the truck and I'll work for a few moments. No, everybody does everything. The ugly work, the muddy work, the dirty work, the get your hands really nasty work, and the finish work, because we're all in this together. I hope that made sense, and I hope we see you tonight at 6 o'clock, 29th of December, Eastern Time. We'll see you then. Thanks.